All right, welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. Okay, sorry for the hot mess. I sincerely apologize. Had kind of impromptu circle yesterday. Um, yeah, white males are no longer safe. So, and it was, the day. Because now the white males have the flag. Hey, did you know that you're not safe either? Republicans are gonna have a heyday with I believe he had papers. He was legally able to carry. Um, I did not watch the videos. I feel like I don't need to. So we held. Come here, my witchy crew. We held circle. And it was beautiful, and it was tragic, and it was lovely, and it was fantastic, right? So the best thing I can tell you right now is if you're here listening to this, this is probably your calling as well, because that's what I'm like, okay. I'm not out there looking to convince anybody, really. I'm just here talking and going, okay, these are my. What kind of weird flash was that? Maybe it was my ring. I'm just here doing the whole, like, kind of reporting, putting out the frequency, energy, vibration, calling in fellow tribe members. So the ways in which that we can do this are so varied, it's ridiculous. And if you're a male practitioner, I am also talking to you. When we have this modality of existing in the world and it's being reactivated, when we call in the circle, right, when we are doing the thing, putting out the frequency, energy, vibration, you need to be cautious. Again, religious people on the God train will come in and sabotage. That's what they're designed to do. When they call this a spiritual war, it's real. It's not out there. It's real. They think that because we don't subscribe to their dark triad Abrahamic narrative, we are the bad people. We are constantly inundated with, you have no right to be here because you're not under my Scarface Sky Daddy. You have no right to exist here. Right? So they're giving these Gestapo people permission to go into the streets. They're not asking for religious papers, boys and girls. Did you notice that? They don't fucking care. And the priests did not step out until one of their own betrayed. So that pissed me off. I'm like, you should have been there. You should have been there first. Okay. So these are not men of God. These are men of shit. We're going to lose all our pentacles. Just give me a moment to stew about that. Two-month-old is starving. And they don't do shit but blame the woman who is making the fucking phone calls. One of their own. And now all of a sudden they had to put on a pretty face. Let's bend there, shall we? Okay, so coming back from the burnage. When we have this, okay, And we're trying to hold circle for shifting, transferring, transforming the energy of the clear hatred and violence going on in the streets. There's a couple things that need to be taken into account. You need to set up rules of safety so people can feel safe in their central nervous system and can actually do the energetic work. Because if you're not safe in your central nervous system, you're not getting any of the work done. You're going to sit there in a panic mode, and the universe is going to be like, what the fuck is this? What energy are you sending me? This is not a clear signal. I can't barely get anything out of you, and what I am getting out of you is sheer static. Okay. That's what a discombobulated central nervous system does. Okay. And all the religious people have done is scramble everything that's inside, plaster on a soul contract, whichever one of the holy books you want to call upon or adhere yourself to. That's your soul contract. Every little squiggle in that fucking narrative, you're uplifting with your vital life force energy. Or that's what they're uplifting, whatever it is. Okay. Every single squiggle, they're uplifting with their vital life force energy. Genocide, rape, pedophilia, torture, sexual mutilation, animal and human sacrifice. They're all uplifting that. They just don't want to see it. This is why the tree of forbidden fruit. Yeah, they're not allowed to eat the fruit on their tree because they're not allowed to see what the hell it is they produced in society. And we are waiting around once again in their produce. Okay? So, we have to, and then you get the freaking nut jobs going, oh, we're sadists. That's still uplifting their narrative. Okay? Just because you're in the underworld or the flip side of that freaking board game isn't going to do anything. It's literally holding up the board. Burn the fucking board, kids. Just burn it. No more board. It's literally killing people. Okay? And so many more, I know the numbers shouldn't matter, but so many more than 6 million people lost their lives in the Second World War. 150 million people lost their lives in World War II. Why we're only allowed to focus on the 6? They were the chosen ones. Yeah. You're literally signing up to... Still working on understanding that part of the human psyche. Anyway, so that subconscious undercurrent is going to hijack the central nervous system. So you got to do some pre-vetting out of your circles. Absolutely. I can't stress that enough. It sounds, oh God, what do you call it? What's the word for anti-religious? Exclusion. Whatever the hell that word is. I don't even fucking care. So they will counteract your narrative, though. They will counteract what you're trying to do, which is shift the energies from violence into peace and wisdom. Hate and violence, peace and wisdom. They will literally circumvent that. Because they believe. They believe. You fucking read it in their text. They believe this is supposed to happen. And because they believe it's supposed to happen, they're manifesting it. Well, it's happening, so obviously, because they manifested it. This isn't a star thing. This is a, hey, these energies are coming onto the planet. What are we going to do with them? Manifest the past? Oh, okay. We could be doing so many other things right now, but we're wasting time with the dark triad manifestations. Those star stories could be different, but we as humans chose to do with our human life force energy what we chose to do with our human life force energy. We chose that. We're choosing this now. And the people who want to choose something else are being demonized by the people that have perpetuated this manifestation. They're like, no, this is our timeline, not yours. You can't create your own. We will sabotage you 1000% of the way. Okay, they've conned themselves into believing they want peace and all this other shit. But they have the subconscious undercurrent running their central nervous system that says to them, there are certain people that don't deserve to breathe, and we are advocating for their removal on a subconscious undercurrent. Now, you want to bullshit yourself about that all day long, that's fine, but the proof is in our fucking streets right now. This isn't just in Minnesota either. It's all over the US. It's in our country. Not just our county, not just our city, not just our state, not just a few states. It's in our country. Texas is. Somebody had some freaking gonads that day. Anyway, as much as I loathe Texans for their crap narrative that clearly they don't understand what they're manifesting, but it did show up in their streets. And because the narratives are so separated, there's, oh, my narrative is way better than yours. Your narrative doesn't count. It's the same freaking text. It's the same soul contract. It's just different perspectives on how you're supposed to interpret it. And while they're busy bickering, nobody's looking at what's happening as a result of it. That's been happening on repeat for thousands of years. Nobody's looking at it. Oh, there's poor people in that poor country. Oh, no. Do you know that the slave Bible is popular in the Congo? The slave Bible. It's a thing. Mm-hmm. So, again, leaving the narrative behind. So how do we hold circle for that? How do we vet that out? Okay, so just get to know the people. Get to know, listen to them. Ask them questions. How do you see the world? How do you think it should play out? How do you perceive this happening? And people will constantly tell you, oh, this is happening for a reason. This needed to happen. This is divine coordination. Oh. So you have a Scarface Sky Daddy that you think should stick the gun in your face and say hello to your little friends? Oh. Okay. And they don't get invited to the circle because they will circumvent. They will subtract and they will counteract. And you definitely have to, and they'll put a curse on you. They'll put a hold on you. They'll do terrible, awful things. Okay. On the subconscious undercurrent, they are sending everybody else that's not in their tribe or happens to disagree with them the very same narrative that's in their holy text, which is, you don't adhere to the way I think it should be. So, therefore, my Scarface Sky Daddy says, you have no right to exist here, as in, like, breathe. That's what their subconscious undercurrent is putting out into the ethos and to every one of our subconscious undercurrents. So when they encounter something that says, all human life is sacred and it has a right to exist here. Now, abortion aside on that, I'm pro-choice. Holy shit, you're going to bring a baby into this. I would not hold it against you if you said, I freaking can't. I can't. Okay? So stop judging women, again, for doing what they need to do for themselves and their own bodies. And what could have been their potential offspring that's might have suffered greatly for being a 2-month-old with no freaking formula. Hot pocket. Okay, so so again, when their rubber meets the road, everyone dies. Because no one is perfect like me. Nobody else is more sacred than I'm Scarface, Sky Daddy's favorite. Okay, so nobody thinks like that. Yes, they do. Otherwise, this wouldn't be happening. This would be squashed 10,000 years ago. Would have been squashed. What one monkey said to the other monkey, and again, I don't believe them. We came from monkeys. At least I didn't. Maybe some tribe did. I don't fucking know. It doesn't matter. We're all sacred human beings. Who the fuck said monkeys are less than? Fuck, at this point, they're more intelligent than us because they don't trash the environment. They need to sustain their living. Okay. Look at all the Hot Pockets today. Just a little festival, yum yum buffet of Hot Pockets. Okay. So the circle I had yesterday, and then the little practices we did afterwards. Okay, so again, when you're bringing people into the circle, make sure that that residue is kind of filtered out, okay? Because some people are still, I'm not religious, but Jesus is the greatest. And you found Jesus outside of religion? Where was that? Where did you find Jesus outside of religion? You're right, you didn't. So you're very religious. Worshipping human sacrifice. Manifest human sacrifice. Get you the soldiers in the army. Promise of 72 version. Whatever it is that you're aiming at. That's what got us here. The Delulu story that there's life on the planet that doesn't deserve to be here. And if you know the Katie Barron method, ooh, that's not good for you. That's not good for you. That's not good for you. Because in all reality, the people in the streets and the people ordering them to get in the streets believe they don't deserve to be here. And that's what they're forcing into everybody else's faces. Isn't that weird how that works? I am so depraved of any human existence that I don't believe human existence should exist. That's basically the breakdown. Okay, on a psychological level. Okay, if you want to get a level above the subconscious undercurrent, go to the Katie Barron method. Or is it the... Shit, I might have her name backwards. Is it Byron Katie? It might be. Anyway, it's a method where you say, oh, God wants them off the planet. God said we could move them off the planet, okay? So the Byron Katie method, I think that's correct. That feels a little bit better. Yeah, the Byron Katie method flips the narrative on you, where you believe that other people should be vetting you off the planet because you don't belong here. Now, our job as authentic human beings is to not fulfill their ignorant prophecies. Do you feel me? All life is sacred, whether you like it or not, bitches. Bitches! Okay, I had to get that off my chest. I had to sing that out. Thank you. Just apologize for those wearing headphones. Oh, I'll put a disclaimer. Hang on, let me write that down. Disclaimer, no headphones. Sorry. Okay. All right. Now that I got that off my chest, now we're going to move into, okay, rules and parameters to get off the patriarchal train. When we are holding circle, when we invite people in and whatever else, there are ground rules to counteracting to patriarchy narrative. There are ground rules there. And again, I can't stress this enough. If you are into Satanism or devil worship or whatever, this also isn't for you. You are still uplifting the shithole narrative. I am here telling you, I'm gonna burn the fucking board along with my fucking soul sisters. We're burning the fucking board. No more games, assholes. Okay. That was for other people. Soul Tribe. Witchy witch. Come here, darling. So, get no headphones. Just told the what's. That's feminine. Did you see that? Did you see that's feminine? That is feminine. Ooh. We have to be fiery, angry, beastly creatures. We have to be. They have the brute force. We've got the listen here. Or you're not even going to be able to sniff it. Okay. Okay. That's feminine. Okay. But right now, that's in the trash. That's the old ways. Right now, we need to get safe circles. Okay. So. So, safe in the circle, right? Don't ask people where they're from. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. What are you gonna do? You gonna tap into that soil that they grew up on and just magically know who they became? Or are you collecting data for the Gestapo? See what that does to the subconscious undercurrent? Trashes it. Put the patriarchal narrative the fuck down. We don't give a shit about your name or your last name. What's your essence called today? You feeling fluttery like a tree? You feeling gallopy like a unicorn? You feel flowy like a river? What are you feeling today? What do you feel? What does your essence want to be called? Ooh! I know for men that's going to be tricky. Ladies, you feel that. You're like, yeah, buddy. Go play. Go play in that. Get used to that. Get used to it. Go practice that. What do I feel like? And what part of nature am I deeply connecting with today? Just pull it into your bones. And then vibe it out. And, oh, do I like this? Is this necessary in this area? Or do I need to maybe get a little bit more earthy? Or do I need to get a little bit more fiery? Do I need to be a little bit more grounded? What is it? Do I need to be a little bit more mental? Do I need to kind of let my tree sway in the breeze and allow old ideas to flow out and new ideas to blow in? Ooh, okay? All of these different particular parts of nature are going to start to resonate. And once you get in contact with those essences, things begin to feel different, sense different. And so when people do ask you the patriarchal Gestapo questions, where are you from? Where you at? Screw up there. What's your daddy's name? When they ask you for your last name, are you married? What's your last name? Do you see how the patriarchy has entrained us? Those are the socially acceptable questions. How can I obtain as much information for the Gestapo as possible? Ooh, get out of it. put the list at the door. No asking questions about this, that, and the other thing. Anybody asks you those questions, you have every right to just walk away. Walk away. Because that's taking you out of your central nervous system. Whether it's malevolent or it's just habit. Doesn't matter. You stay sovereign in your central nervous system. Okay? Because it shouldn't matter. You're there being a human being interested in keeping like the human race here and existing. Which in a lot of people's subconscious undercurrent is a bad thing. So when they do start asking questions like that, you need to be very aware that you are dealing with someone who in their subconscious undercurrent has that running. It has it running. So not only do you need to vet that out of yourself, but when you encounter it out in the wild, okay? All right. So when you get safe in your skin, you allow others to be safe in their own skin, which allows their innate, natural, wonderful, amazing, transformative energies to rise. And again, this is what the patriarchy doesn't want. This is what the red pill and the Agent Smith were, got trillions of dollars to just negate in humanity. Okay. So when we come back to ourselves and we remember what our real purpose is here, not to fulfill somebody else's fucking narrative, but to create a whole new one. A whole new one that has nothing to do with the bullshit that happened in the past. Because if you hadn't noticed, we're waiting around again in the remnants of the past. And we've been conned into a narrative that this is what's supposed to happen. It just said so in my holy tech. It says, you mean your manifestation extinction manuals? Yeah, it does say that. You are correct. That's your manifestation extinction manual, not your prophecy. It's your order directive from the rich, entitled pile of white shit masculine narrative running. And the reason why they're attacking Minnesota is go look at their birth chart. Venus and Lilith in their first Sagittarius house. Gotta get the feminine under control. You made her into a ghost and now you're trying to catch her? That's stupid. Just saying. Good luck with that. Like you spent thousands of years making sure that she was some airy, ghostly figure that was just a figment of our non-imagination because you wouldn't allow us to have one because we couldn't be safe in our own fucking bodies. So when those ghosts from the past come back, they already have, but don't shut them out. Go listen to High Women. The band is High Women, and then the song is also called High Women. They are channeling the ghosts from the past. And because we made the feminine into the ghosts, the feminine is here as the ghosts. And right now, I would suspect that the masculine is feeling heavily haunted as they manifested. They wanted to be haunted by ghosts, apparently. And again, the men who created these logos didn't figure they'd be around for this. I don't know what you believe about reincarnation, but I think there's certain lessons you done gotta learn on this particular plane, and we done fucked it up. I don't think we're learning anything. I think we're learning how to follow somebody else's instruction, extinction manual, rather than our own humanity. I think that's what's happening. I suspect. I could be wrong. I'm open to possibilities. Either way, I am sick and tired of witnessing and waiting around in other people's shithole fucking manifestations. That's what I am today. every other day. I am sick and tired of waiting around and witnessing other people's shithole manifestations. And I especially, and I'm really sick and tired of listening to people excuse it as if it were some Scarface Sky Daddy initiatory system. No, it's your manifestation. Now knock it the fuck off. And no, we're not going to stoop to your fucking level. We're not going to give you what you want, which is the afterlife, because apparently creating heaven here is just too much work and it's a waste, and Scarface Sky Daddy wouldn't like it. No, heaven is at your feet and you've chosen hell. Okay, rant over. Listen here, Hot Pockets. Okay, so hold those circles and hold that sacred, hold that flame, and get into that energy of newness, developing, creating. This is Age of Aquarius. This is newness, new. And I don't think it's going to have anything to do much with AI, because they're going to be able to just shut it down and take it away. So I think we have to gear ourselves up. I mean, we can have that too, but we've got to have like real things in the dirt, on the ground, real world. Fix it, build it, structure it, knit it, sew it, grow it. Those real world things. Because the thing that actually sustains us is those things. Okay, so balance. Balance for now, but really get into how do I grow, how do I mend, how do I build, how do I run a drill, a hammer, all that good. The saws. Learn how to do it. Just learn how to do it. Get curious and passionate and whatever else, and go do it. Go do the things. And one thing that scares you every week. So learn how to be a little bit uncomfortable. Okay. So it's safe in the system when we're dealing with human interactions. Okay. And dangerous equipment. But then I realize that person really doesn't have my best interest at heart, and probably on the subconscious undercurrent doesn't really want me to exist here, and that's okay. They have a right to be who they are, but I have a right to exist here. Okay? So, again, holding that. And that's why people who are tapped into the collective feel so traumatized right now, is because they're not quite sure what the drastic undercurrent is, but they know it exists. So get safe, get sovereign, get beautiful, hold sacred who you are. And until next time, keep your flame.